I said fuck Xbox, fuck all these Xbox, fuck every Xbox their channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say I double dip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double dip on the director's cut. Woo. Double dip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. Yo, and we don't care about no layoffs. Yeah, all the channel gonna keep it on the low. Shh. We be sucking on every damn toe. Yum. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. Blue PlayStation high, all over my head. Pentimeter PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Demo Flow Gaming Show, where I share my passion for gaming and keep you informed of everything that's going on with the Xbox ecosystem, Sony PlayStation, Nintendo, Luna, whatever the hell you play. We got you over here with the latest news, and we also got a nice panel today. Shout out to I Am Desire. He's back for another episode. What's going on, my dude? Good to have you here.
What's up, everybody? I'm currently in New Vegas, but, trying to have some fun.
Hell yeah. And we got Power Boss as well. How you doing, my brother?
I'm always good. I'm always here. How y'all doing?
Fire. And as you know, Archangel is missing in action. He'll be back in a couple of months, probably in a few weeks, hopefully. So we'll help him. We wish him a speedy recovery and everything. I hope he's doing okay. And, shout out to chat. I see you down there. Powerball's already number one here. Always early. Let's go. Adidas 20 in the building with the two. Thank you so much, my brother. He says salute to the panel and chat. Happy gaming. Yeah, happy gaming. Absolutely. Indeed. And it's been a great week for gaming, right?
That's putting it loosely.
Well, I mean, gamers in general are enjoying a couple of things out there. Look South for Midnight, released yesterday for early access users. I got to play a little bit, man. I got to play a little bit of South of Midnight. I actually tried out with my audio off because I was showing it to my mom's boyfriend. And he was like, oh, wow, like, he looks incredible. Like, this is how games look now. Look, and it was like, bro, this is fire. Yeah, for what I could see, the atmosphere and everything, the art style and everything, it's sort of like, it looks good quality at least. I didn't get too far into the game. Like, I didn't even finish the prologue. I was just like, because yesterday my baby turned 6 months and we did like a little thing, like a half a year thing. So 6 months now, bro, it's crazy. It's been 6 months. So yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about. A lot of things are going on in the gaming industry. And look, we got to call this shit out, bro, because come on, man, this is the hottest thing going on this week in gaming. As you know, the Nintendo Direct,
right, went down a couple of days ago. And as we were watching, we were all excited. I am Desire's stream watching it. Well, sort of, because I was at work, so I had it on the side. I was like, right, like trying to, yeah, because I mean, when there's a big event like that and you're at work, like it's hard and you want to see what's up, because I was obviously interested in Nintendo. We were all having a great time in there. We were calling out amazing games like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong looked incredible.
The new Pokemon looked really good. The fact that the Switch runs actual games well for once, that was amazing.
I was in Cassie's stream and I showed up to Desires afterwards, and he rated Cassie, so that was kind of cool and fun.
Yeah,
I had to go. I was on
call.
No,
I get it.
Yeah, sometimes it be like that, man. But it was an interesting event, and I would say it was a great event. The Switch 2 console, right? When we speak about the console doesn't look half bad. $450, 4K, and up to 120 FPS. I didn't see that shit coming.
No, nobody did.
You guys see that coming? That got me by surprise.
My expectations away.
I thought it was going to be just a 1080, to be honest. I was blown away.
I was expecting 2K quality when docked.
Yeah, and everything was pretty, right? Everything was pretty until the show ended.
Well, outside of the fucking cooling fan, I even said that was terrible.
Oh yeah, and what about the camera?
Yeah,
right?
that was and the Discord chat. Not a fan of that.
Just get Discord, bro. Stop it.
Stop coming with your. I kept saying right was the ad that I was like, just get Discord. This is terrible,
bro. I said the same thing,
bro. Like, come on, Discord. Like, I know, and I respect Patty Chat because throughout many years he have been our means of communication in the Xbox ecosystem, right? But once I tried out Discord, it was a wrap. The sounds is way better. You can do way more things, and you can actually, share a screen with each other and talk, and just like have more interaction in there. Anyways, they also added the Nuvo, right, to the console, so it has DRM now. You have to be online 24/7. Goddamn, 24/7.
As a guy who has to fix PCs after running Denuvo all the time, and I've had to fix consoles with it already before as well, this is the worst thing you can possibly do. It's going to kill the CPU. It's going to kill the battery life. It's so bad.
Yeah, Lyco 45 is in the house. He said, "What's up, everybody?" And Discord is gold. Yeah, I agree about that. Discord is amazing. But anyway, that wasn't all, right?
So I want to point out that the battery life on the website for the hardware says 2 to 6 hours, and it takes 3 hours to charge. Obviously, that's going to be dependent whether or not you're running it at 4K docked, which it's not going to run out of battery life anyway, or you're running it in performance mode 1080 up to 120, and then the battery life, at least in handheld mode, could last potentially up to 6 hours.
Wow.
But taking 3 hours to charge, come on.
It's probably going to have it's most likely going to have a heating problem as well because of the fact that it's using Denuvo.
So
it's such a dumb fucking thing. So
we gotta agree that the console has its pros and cons, but for the most part, it has a an outright price point.
It's all right price point. The 450 is fine with me,
and it's got a very welcome performance that
I have absolutely zero complaints about the hardware.
Yeah, but the problem comes when
for the dock, of course.
Yeah, when games are now worth $80 on the Nintendo Switch. That's $10 more than Call of Duty.
That is $30. No, $20 more than Baldur's Gate 3.
Woo! And what about Hellblade 2? That was $50. I don't know, bro. This is some bullshit. We gotta call out Nintendo. So this stream is for you, Nintendo, specifically to shit on you for hiding the prices of games that don't need it. And also, you call yourself the family console, but instead you shit on your people and you shit on kids. Yesterday, like I was saying, it was my baby, happy birthday. So we celebrated a little bit with the family. I have a couple of kids from my family over, right? My little cousins, they're 10, 9 years old, around that age. I told them about the Nintendo Switch brought them here to my setup, showed them the presentation because they had seen some, they were hyped for it, but they didn't get to see the whole thing. So we'll watch it together. And bro, when I told him that the games were $80, it was like, no way, who's gonna buy that? That's the first thing he said. I'm talking about my cousin, he's 10, 10, 9, something like that. And he said, who's gonna buy that? I was like, Bobby, what do you like? Imagine you asking your mom for $60. She's gonna give it to you. She's like, yes, she's more likely to give it to me. And I was like, what if you ask her for 80? It's like, oh, she was like, what for? You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll start questioning me because they're smart and they know that games are now more expensive. That's less fun. That's less games for them. It's gonna be so much harder because back in the day, I used to go ahead and buy them, like a little game for the birthdays and shit. But now they all moved to Fortnite. So
we didn't leave that out, so we're gonna address that.
So I mean, that's just my take. And as an adult, it affects me because now I have a child. So what if he ends up being an Nintendo drone? Which I promise I won't let it happen because this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to start my kid playing Super Nintendo games just like I did. Because it's a good way to introduce kids to video games with games like, Super Mario, Donkey Kong. They're very clean games for kids for the most part.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, they are.
But now I'm a little on edge because like what if he likes them so much that he'll ask for the new Super Mario and Donkey Kong and daddy has to go out there hustle, what I'm saying, move weight and shit just to get a $90-$80 game, bro.
Yep. I'm not doing
that's insane.
I'm
not doing that.
I sold my Switch 1, I sold my 3DS, I sold my GameCube, I sold my Wii, I sold my Super Nintendo, and I said fuck Nintendo.
Hey,
what's up, Ray?
Ray, what's good, player? You want to jump in? I'll send you a link. We are cheating on Nintendo. They deserve it. So come through if you want to. Let me know.
It looks like a pit bull. I like pit bulls.
That's his dog.
That's his dog?
I think so.
Looks like a pity. I love pitties.
Shout out to Fossil. I see you down there, man. He said, you left a few things out, like you have to join the subscription service to use voice chat.
That's what I was responding to. Tell him we are going to address that.
Yeah, we're going to address all of that, bro. And he also said, and the $10 physical version is just a case with a code. Ray is at work, bro. Happy working, bro.
Yeah, it is.
He said, He said people, and it's my dog. I'm guessing his name, right, is Lucky, or her name.
Pits are my favorite breed, so
that's
why I could tell.
Yeah, but going back to what we were talking about and what I was talking about with my little cousin, he said he didn't like that. So, I mean, he's probably not gonna get it. He has a PlayStation 5 too, but you know how it is. They got multiple systems now. So he plays on He mostly plays on his phone, which is weird. I'm like, you have a PS5. Why you play? I come over here to your crib and you play in your phone. And like, I got nothing to play. I'm just, playing here, whatever, on the phone.
Honestly, this is going to sound crazy. I think that the best gaming device for families currently is the Steam Deck. It's only like what, $200, and you can play every game on your Steam account.
Yeah, the only thing about Steam that it got like some crazy ass games in there that they're not good for the kids. Yeah,
you can
filter it out.
Yeah, you can filter those. So
yeah, that's good. I mean, yeah, $399 for the Steam Deck, bro. It's looking like a better deal, and you can also
use it offline. You don't have to use it when you're connected to the internet.
Yeah, and you got Steam, bro, with crazy ass deals, bro.
You got the Game Pass.
Yep. I just bought 3 games yesterday on Steam, and I spent $18, bro. I got Tiny Tina's Unique, I think, Adventure or something, which is like I didn't even know existed, like a standalone Tiny Tina game, based on the Borderlands universe that led to actually Tiny Tina Wonderland. And I didn't even know it existed. I was like, oh shit, I need to play this because I love Borderlands. I'm a nerd. I know I'm strange, but I love Borderlands. And then I saw this other game because there's a Gearbox sale, and they have Bulletstorm in there for like $3. I was like, fuck yeah, bro. I just picked it up. I tried it out later, and then I got another Sony PlayStation exclusive game for $10. Godfall Ultimate Edition with everything on it. And I was like, oh shit, you know what? $10. My homeboys will probably pick it up. We do some race, we do some stuff. Fuck it, it's whatever. But look, 3 games. That's a perfect example of what the fuck we are right now. This is 3 games. I know, right? Like a couple of them are old, but Godfall is not that old, right? And they were like $18 for 3 games. Now, put that against $80 for 1 game, bro. And chances are that you're not even gonna like it or be into it so much. That's crazy, man. What are you gonna say, Desire?
Or the fact that it has no replayability too. On top of that,
and they don't drop their prices ever. Their prices stay flat. But I wanted to say this: liking Randy Pitchford is fucking insane to me.
Oh, shout out to Mr. Glass.
I don't like Randy Pitchford as much as the next, but I do like the Borderlands games.
I like Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel. I really don't care for the others.
I like 2, 3, and I'm looking forward to 4. Wonderlands, I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I did not like 3. I think it was just because the bosses, the main villains.
Yeah, but the gameplay is pretty good anyways. So
well, yeah, the gameplay is not that bad, but
if you ignore the story, like you shoot people and have a great time and create your weapons and shit. So
the moment I stopped liking Randy was when he fell apart with the Claptrap voice actor, and when he came onto the stage and instead of focusing on his game, he came out and said, "I'm a wizard."
Yeah,
did a magic trick.
A lot of people don't like him though.
He's a scumbag.
I wanted to say, Mr. Glass, shout out to his comment, and I think we were talking about this before we went live. And look, Nintendo is a console made for children, although adults do partake. It is a crime that the FTC should address. And they should be all over this. Like, why is Nintendo increases the prices? And they should investigate. But you know what? It's not gonna fucking happen because it's not Xbox doing it. You know, when Xbox is involved, everybody gets scared. Everybody wants to jump in, block deals, fly to Brussels. You know what I'm saying? But when there's Nintendo or Japanese companies doing something, nobody gives a shit. You know, and that's the truth, bro. And look, it's a console for the children. So the fact that they're charging more for the games now, it's just insane. It's just literally insane. I mean, shit.
And then people are using the SNES as a fucking thing. And we were talking about this before we started. So for anyone that doesn't understand, the SNES, their cartridges, they were made with motherboards, with circuitry and everything. Now it's not anything to do with that. Plus,
and there was no DLC. There was no download updates to fix patches. What you bought on the cartridge is what you got.
There was no paying for online.
No microtransactions, nothing like that. And that is a difference. And the console itself
was 150.
Cheap as dirt.
Yeah.
Even
in comparison to, and so for anyone that wants to say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about and want to use that as a fucking excuse, your excuse has been proven to be stupid.
Not to mention that particular picture that people are passing around about $80, $75, $90 games back then.
It had multiple stuff in it. It even had the
pictures were from a magazine article from Canada.
Look.
Yep, I still got some of mine. I got
this is fucking Nintendo.
If I was at home, I would show you mine.
Not that bullshit that they showed the other day. This is Nintendo. This right here. Look. Fuck them. Straight up. I don't care if I get demonetized. I don't give a shit. But we gotta speak because you know what? This is gonna affect us, man.
I've got the NES Classic, the SNES Classic, and the Sega Classic upstairs, and I've modified all of them to have even more games than what they give me.
And now I'm genuinely convinced that GTA 6 is gonna cost $100 fucking, and I'm gonna lose my. So I didn't make an angry rant because I was too busy enraged with Nintendo doing that. I, honest to God, am going to crash the fuck out if I see a single game on its base version sell for $100.
Yeah, fuck it. We gotta stand strong, bro. And even if it's GTA, bro, we gotta say fuck them too. You know why? Because they taking advantage, bro, of the hype. They like what the fuck, bro?
Now going back to Fossil's statement earlier about the game cartridges and only having licenses. Now take that with a grain of salt because there are some games that have been proven already that will have full game on cart, no download, and no DRM, as far as I know.
It'll still have de novo required.
Yeah, the console still has it, so it doesn't really matter.
The console has the de novo, but the games will not.
So
which means that you won't be able to play. You won't be able to play offline.
It would be nice if you could play that game in another console, but you can't.
The Cyberpunk 2077 is actually 164 gigabyte cartridge that's going to have the full game on it, no download required.
Look, power buff.
But it's still going to be
Elden
required.
Ring is not though. Elden Ring is just a fucking little download code. That's fucking great.
Who in the hell is going to buy Cyberpunk on the Switch, bro? When you can basically play it on the cloud, it's probably going to look better, bro.
Oh, I said that out loud, didn't I?
What'd you say?
I said Harmon Smith.
Oh,
yeah, Harmon Smith too.
He'll buy it and never play it.
Just because he already made a rant saying about FromSoft at the knee. Come on,
dude! I made a video on that. Oh man, I was not a happy camper with that. Oh, no, I had to cut out a lot of the stuff,
especially since he shits on it every chance he gets because it's from slop, as he calls it.
And then he tried to say, "Oh, they bent the knee. They spent a fuck ton of money for their exclusive, a fuck ton of money."
And this is why, bro, this is one of the reasons why exclusives need to fucking go. Because look, now, I know Nintendo never shared the games with anybody. Nobody's expecting them to do it, but this is why they can do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Because the games are exclusive, and you need a freaking Nintendo to play a game, bro.
And for anyone that doesn't understand why that matters, okay, so I will defend the fact that I know how the From Software fans work because I used to be a part of the Get Good community. That's going to get fucking pirated.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's an exclusive. So. It's not on PC. It's going to get pirated. The majority of FromSoft fans are on PC.
Bro, and not only that game, I feel like every Nintendo game from now on is at risk of being like literally defiled online. Like people,
you know
Nintendo.
What? Nintendo and just ruined their entire good grace with that shit too. I was pissed. Sorry.
Do it. Yeah, freaking do it. You know what? So they freaking learn because people were willing to go ahead and pay the money for the games. But this is outrageous, and it needs to be called out. It is what it is, man. I never had an issue with Nintendo, but right now what they're doing is just
until
wild.
Now.
It's just wild now, and it needs to be. We barely covered them. We usually say, "Oh, we got a new game or something, some Pokemon game or some shit that people really care."
Genuinely.
Yeah. But other than that, we don't really mess with them. But now they really fucked up. They shit the bed, man, and they need to be called out. And it's like I go online and I see people, bro. I'm gonna go with some tweets right now. We're gonna talk about it. Some motherfuckers are defending this, man.
So, what I'm saying? Gaming.
Yeah, I've seen some of them.
So Big Gaming, you say that it's a red key card that allows you to access it without internet access. However, they have the de novo system, which requires internet access to be able to play games. Thus meaning that it being offline and not having internet access does not work.
The red key card is only for the install.
It's for the install, you won't be able to resell those games, which is insanely stupid.
Yep.
Insanely stupid. It straight up is the reason why I do not like Nintendo at all. And I loved that presentation. The Direct looked awesome. I thought the Direct was a giant W.
The only thing that I thought
was screwed over by the prices.
The only thing that I thought was kind of a little off is that they showed no prices. And then come after the show, we found out what the prices were. And it's probably good that they didn't show them in there because people would have been in an outrage during it.
They better not go up in prices. They do. I guarantee you they're going to. I tell you right now, gaming, if they go up.
That's why people are suggesting that it's going to be up to $90, even though currently it says the highest is $80, which is the Mario Kart.
All right.
Could you imagine if the console's $550 and fucking $80 or $90? Sorry to interrupt you. Oh my god.
All right, go ahead, Demo.
Okay, so we're gonna call it our first culprit of the morning, right? So we got EMM. He's a Sony PlayStation fanboy, obviously. We gotta actually when it comes to the price increase and things and shit, we gotta blame these people. These are the people that you need to be going in and bro, stop talking. You know what I mean? Start watching these people, bro, straight up, because this is like what happening though. And he said, "Nah, I'm not against $80 games." That off the get-go, you got me pissed off, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Off the get-go, you got me pissed off. Because you're not against it, you for it. That's what you want. Is your desire for games to be so expensive? Are you slow? Like that's no other way that I can. It's just like I'm losing my fucking mind, bro.
Yeah, have you ever watched any of those videos? He looks like he has something going on. Nothing going on.
Anyways, no disrespect to the disabled people. So I'm against $80 Nintendo games. So it's okay if Sony PlayStation does it, but it's not okay when Nintendo does it, right? And I get where he's coming from to an extent, right? He has a point because Nintendo games, for the most part, they don't have these big budgets, right? We could say this, right? But it's not right to be okay with $80 games. You know what I'm saying? And if you're okay with that, bro, then we cannot be friends, bro, because you trying to make me pay more for shit. You trying to make me pay more for shit. Specifically video games that I like. It's like going to the gas station and saying, "Oh, gas is too cheap here. It needs to be $5 a gallon here in this gas station."
To your point, Demo, just as a comparison, the highest budget Nintendo has ever had for a video game was Tears of the Kingdom at $100 million.
Right. Okay, so the tweet continues and he said, number one, they don't have the same budget and production value, which I gave it to him. He said, they can't write good stories for shit. I disagree with that. And they never go on sale. Well, that's freaking true. And visuals are abysmal to an extent. But, bro, what do you guys think about people defending this, bro? Like, what do you guys stand? And then I'm going to see you guys take, and then I'm going to go down there in the chat. It's hot down there. Boy, I want to start with you, Power Balls. How do you feel like, what do you think about this dude talking all this shit, man? This is wild.
I agree with you, okay? I'm not against, well, I am against $80 games, even if it is Nintendo or Sony or Xbox or PC, unless it is a collector's edition, a premium edition that you're paying for the extra things for. But as a base standard game, hell no. The big production value, like I said, Tears of the Kingdom, that was their highest budget game ever at $100 million. So the same budget production value, absolutely fine. So the fact that they're charging $80 a game is absurd. They're just wanting more money. It's literally greed on that part. Can't write good stories for shit? Absolutely not. There are some of the best stories on the Nintendo products throughout the series. Look at the Zelda games. They have done it. Mario games, even though it's the same general story over and over, every single one of them has a different spin on it. And you look at it. Legend of the Seven Stars, Mario RPG game. You have Brotherhood. You have the newest one where you play as Zelda and she conjures things. Every single one of them has its own storyline. Link to the Past. Even Four Swords is a different place. It's all different. They have other brands off Nintendo that is still Nintendo made, like Bot and Ketos. It's a card game that was played that way. And that game is outstanding. Shin Megami Tensei, the earliest of Final Fantasies. The games have absolutely awesome stories that were only on Nintendo.
That's true.
So that right there, he just needs to put that out of his mouth.
That's his bias, too. That's his bias towards anything not PlayStation.
They never go on sale. That is absolutely true. And if you go and try and buy those games, you're looking $300-$400 for some of them.
Yep.
That you can't find anymore because they're that rare and that good and that sought after. The visuals are abysmal. That's subjective.
Yep. True.
So, I mean, what do you want to have everything as a movie blockbuster like Sony's been doing, and the gameplay is abysmal? The stories aren't as engaging because you literally sit there for 10 minutes playing and then you sit there for an hour watching a cutscene on most of them.
I hate how they did that to God of War. I really do.
I agree. So they barely warrant 60, let alone 80 to 90. That part is right. And he even quote tweets Push Square, a PlayStation-centric website, saying almost all PS5 fans are against the games going up to 80 as the base value.
Besides one scumbag.
Oh, no, there's more than one.
I'm just saying one.
There's more. Desire, drop your bars. I'm going to
go ahead, Desire. You're up.
So I covered Harmon defending it because he was like, "Oh, you're still gonna buy the games." Yeah, right. I'm not buying that shit. I sold everything I had of Nintendo when they did that. Everything. I don't want shit from Nintendo anymore. Fuck them. But here's my problem: is not just Nintendo fans are saying it. No. We have Karen Gaming. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Reforge. I call him Karen a lot because he has this freaking holier than thou and all this other bullshit. And I'm tired of it. He tried to defend it, and I'm going to cover that in my video where he was bashing his freaking viewers who were saying that $80 for a game is too much, and his pay pigs weren't the only ones that were defending it. His pay pigs, the people that spend like $150 a month for him and his membership goals, which I find so damn appalling, because even though he gets memberships out the ass, which his memberships are $6 a month, which is fucking insane for YouTube, having a member goal ever is insanely insulting to your own fans. And then you're like, oh, but I can buy these games. Well, of course you can. You hit 500 at $6 a month, and you take about, maybe $1 out of each, because it's usually what YouTube takes. Yep. And there you go. Hey.
That's crazy. But yeah, man, no, you're good. Talk your shit, bro. And let it all out, because I'm letting it out. I'm pissed off. And I'm pissed off at this dude specifically right here, Club Bro. He posted this. Honestly, I'm not too interested in the whole Nintendo pricing discussion. Hold up, motherfucker. Hold up. Like, yeah, we got to talk about this shit. So I reposted it. I'm going to show you my repost later. But he said, games do the talking. Yeah, that's right. And if I can play these 4+ more this year only on Nintendo Switch, defending an exclusive, right? Because this is what he's doing, defending the exclusive aspect of Nintendo, then I'll be there on day one. Preview. Screw you. And screw you. Because you are part of the fucking problem. And you are the reason why the gaming industry is so fucked up in the way it is right now.
Doesn't Cloverfield show up to see Money and Doodle on occasion?
I don't know if it does, but I don't give a shit.
I know Clute is Abdel.
Clute is different. This is
yeah. No, I know the difference. I'm just saying, doesn't Cloverfield also show up?
I don't know if it does, and I don't care. Honestly, I'll call out everybody. I'll call you out.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you see that Japan hates Xbox?
I agree.
Even he's defending it as well.
Yep. And one of the ponies even told him to sit the hell down and blocked them.
Yeah. I mean, bro, look. And then I said, we have to talk about it. $90 games is crazy. And Nintendo needs to be called out. If you're okay with this and you're part of the problem, stop chilling for these companies. I said at the end, they're not your friends. And I repeat it here, bro. These motherfuckers are not your friends. This is not my friend. The Xbox is not my friend. I'm not a sponsor. Sony PlayStation is not my friend. I do this shit for you guys to open your eyes so that you know what the fuck is up. And that's what I do. And I don't care if I hate members. I don't give a shit about none of that shit. I'm going to speak my piece, and I'm going to say things the way they are. If you don't like it, then you can get the fuck out. And that's just the way it is, man. We need to call this shit out. Like, every gaming right now had to come together and say, boycott this shit. And look, I hate doing boycotts, but this is one that has to fucking happen. You know why? Because we don't deserve this, bro. Kids don't deserve this. Like, just know that not everybody's in the same financial situation that you are. Not everybody has $80 to spare. People here in North America, we live paycheck by paycheck. I went to college. I have a profession, or I do a bunch of other shit on the sides, and I'm still living paycheck by paycheck, bro. You just don't fucking understand, bro. And that's just the reality. Like, this is not right. Nintendo needs to be called out. Sony PlayStation needs to be called out. Xbox needs to be called out when they do stupid shit. Y'all gotta speak out, bro, because like, this is bad for everybody. If Nintendo do it, you can only imagine what Sony PlayStation is going to do. And you can only imagine what Xbox is going to do tomorrow when they decide, okay.
No, I know exactly what's going to happen.
We got you by the balls, and now we're going to put, Game Pass is $50. It's not 20 anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stand strong and, push this shit back, because it affects us. It doesn't mean that I'm broke. It doesn't mean that I don't have the $80. It just means that, you know what I mean? As a man, you just don't want a feet in your ass. That's literally like, you don't want people to step over you. And this is what they're doing. They're charging you more for less. And the same goes on and on and on. Like, you guys are gonna take it like this? Like, people like this, they need to be called out. And look, this is the people who has, unfortunately, big influence in the gaming community. This motherfucker get reposted by Phil Spencer on the regular. You know what I'm saying? And by people in the industry. The Great Clobrill said. You know what I'm saying? Screw what he said. The Great Clobrill is a chill, and he needs to be stopped. And everybody who's on the same boat needs to be stopped, and fuck them. And fuck Nintendo, and fuck every other freaking gaming company that is trying to screw with the gamers. What's really important
and because of this, I fully expect GTA 6 is going to be 100 now.
I swear to God, if GTA 6 is $100, I'm going to make an hour-long rant yelling at fucking.
We have to call them out. We cannot allow this, because at the end of the day, it's our money in jeopardy here. You know what I mean? And this is our hobby, right? And we love video games, but they don't need to be that expensive. They don't need to be that expensive.
If Larian Studios can make a game that has 500 plus hours you can put into Area 1 without completing Area 1, like 100%, and it's $50, 500 hours, just Area 1 out of the, 3 areas that you get for the game, that should say something.
Yeah. It's not about, okay, I don't feel like it's about like the length and the quality of the game. I just feel like the whole industry is gonna follow suit. So now Mario Kart is $80. So the next Call of Duty, what if they come up and say, for example, and this is a Microsoft game, they could come out here and say, we're gonna charge you $80 for Call of Duty. You can't be mad, because I'd sure rather play Call of Duty than any Nintendo game, straight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, and not only me, a lot of people agree with this. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if Nintendo does it, the rest of the people are going to start doing it. And games are going to become super expensive, and we are going to be the ones who suffer. And that doesn't mean that we're going to stop playing video games. And that doesn't mean that we're going to stop paying these prices. But it means that, our pockets are going to, take the hit, and we're going to feel it.
The part that irks me the most, let's say there is $100, especially in GTA, because we know that GTA Online is going to have their shark cards. How the fuck are you going to fucking justify ever spending a dime for it? It's not like it's a $60 game. It's not like it's a $50 game. It's $100. That means if you're trying to get just one shark card, which is $100, let's say that you do, that is $200 you spent on one game, let alone the fact that if you're on console, you're also spending, $20 to $30 a month just to have online? That is insane to me.
Yep. That's just that. Hey, I feel like GTA should go free to play. I mean, I feel that way, because at the end of the day, they do a bunch of microtransactions. I feel like Call of Duty should have been free to play a long time ago. Warzone is free to play. They just don't want you to the multiplayer to be free to play, but it should have. It should have. Like, if Apex Legends, right, and if Warzone is free to play, why in the fuck is not GTA free to play? And that's it. They will make bank, bro, because they won't get you with the initial $70, but think about each person, how much it's gonna spend in microtransactions with the hype that GTA is gonna generate. Anyways, imagine
DJ Roberts, if you are honest to God defending the fact that it is costing $80 or $100, I'm gonna have to tell you, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know.
I was just about to call the same person out.
You don't know how fast it's gonna ruin the gaming industry as a whole.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But I will say, to Big Mix Gaming's point, hey, what's up, Kyo?
Marty Cohen shut up saying Nintendo sucks. I agree with that, bro.
But the whole thing is, this is going to push people 100% more into subscription services.
Oh yeah, it will.
If games go up, even with Microsoft standard editions, to $80, like what this is predicting to be doing across the board of all three platforms, much less PC, then Game Pass's value has just exponentially skyrocketed.
And so has Steam's.
Steam, yeah.
And anything that's not Nintendo, even PlayStation, looking better right now.
Because PlayStation, at least their prices go down.
Exactly. At least the games go on sale. They go on PS Plus too sometimes. So I'm gonna say this, bro. Shout out to Miss Gaming. he's saying Nintendo delaying the Switch 2 pre-order because of Trump tariffs. Okay, might be it, but we were like discussing early that the $90 price point is not here in the US, it's in Europe, in the UK. So explain how is Trump affecting that in the UK? He had no jurisdiction there. You know what I'm saying? The $90 price is not here in America. So without getting political, and I don't give a shit about Trump, they're saying I don't give a shit about Xbox and nobody. Like, we cannot start blaming others for what Nintendo's doing. Okay, you got the tariffs, like, but you know and you understand that your players can pay this because your players are fucking kids, man.
You can't care because you know why? Because this is stupid. I'm sorry. I like to do the memes. Okay. It's okay. It's all right. We're gonna build a wall, make it huge, and make Nintendo pay for it.
This is only the fault of Nintendo and Nintendo alone. Don't blame anybody else, bro. Like, if you don't like Trump, that's fine. You know, whatever. But don't blame him for this. He had nothing to do with this shit. This is fucking Nintendo. What are we doing here, bro?
I don't like either I don't like either politics. I don't like the left, and I don't.
I don't even like to talk about it because people get offended, and you know what I'm saying. They say, like, with friends, you should never talk about politics or religion, and I agree with that 100%. Because that's so divisive always, because people believe in different things and people support different people and people got different wants and needs in life. So we always going to have a different, point of view. But that's not a reason why I should like stop talking to people or talk to people, like people, or don't like people. It's their fucking opinion at the end of the day, and everybody has one. So I would say, Big Miss Gaming saying they can kiss my ass if they raise the prices. And look, bro, I agree with that. Hell yeah, kiss my ass. Mr. Glass saying future PS5 is not perfect, but here are 5 ways it's more consumer friendly than Switch 2. A new Push Square article. Whoa! So now they're trying to make PlayStation like the good guy. They assholes too. They're the first one who started all. Like the ones who raised the price first at $70 a game were Sony PlayStation. What are we talking about here?
How is PlayStation considered more consumer friendly outside of the Pro right now? Outside of the Pro, how are they? I view them more consumer friendly. How? Also, TJ Roberts, tariffs will make the price increase even more than the prices that are reported now. Either you can afford it or you can't, but crying about it won't change a thing. Nintendo plays by their rules. I'm going to give you a little heads up. They play by the rules of the pocket to which their consumers to which are willing to pay for. I am a person who has a family. My family is not buying it, nor is my brother's family, nor is my sister's family, nor is my younger sister's, nor is my younger brother's, nor is my parents. All of which gone.
I want to point out something, okay? Even though this is bashing on Nintendo because they done fucked up a lot, okay? I want to point out both the good and the bad of this Switch 2. Okay, so on the good side, okay, the Nintendo Switch does look like it is hitting 4K up to 120. Metroid Prime 4 was a prime example. If you watched the Treehouse stream, they were streaming in 4K. There was no screen tearing. It actually looks like the system hardware is promising and delivering exactly what it said. Okay, it may not be across the board. Even the Mario Kart world looked pretty phenomenal as far as graphical fidelity, high performance. There was no FPS drops. Everything seemed fine. Okay, but that doesn't, just like the PS5 Pro, it doesn't outweigh the bad, and it's doing more bad than good. We touched on the fact that you're going to need the online subscription after the first year to use the voice chat, which they might as well just have put Discord in there and integrated that, because that does it way better. The fact that not all the games are going to be full on cart. You're going to have the digital version, even if you buy some of the physicals, because the physical on some of the cards are just going to be a license key to access the game, and you're still going to have to download day one. The hard drive space, yeah, it's increased by 8 times from what the Switch 1 is, but you're looking at games like Final Fantasy VII Remake with Integrate, that's 130 gigs.
Okay,
so
what is this?
This is the guy.
I'm sorry, but
this is the TJ Roberts. We
yeah. Get out of here, bro. He's not crying I'm not crying. I don't play Nintendo. I'm doing this for the fucking gamers. I'm doing this for you so you don't spend more money in video games. You don't like this shit?
Absolutely.
Get the fuck out of here, bro, with this bullshit.
I have
Get
a
the hell out of
family,
here,
and
bro.
I have played Nintendo products since I was fucking 3 years old. I have literally sold all of mine because of this.
Now, personally,
we gotta give it to him.
When you're a clown, nobody takes you seriously.
Don't be serious right now, bro. Get out of here.
So, to continue my rant, okay. So, like I said, they've done some bad, they've done some good on both sides. The hardware does seem to be delivering.
The hardware looks fantastic. It does. Outside of the cooling thing.
Right. And I have concerns about that as well, along with the battery life. Okay.
Yeah.
But given and seeing what this can do, okay, and obviously we have to wait for the Digital Foundry breakdown when they get their hands on it in 2 months, or whenever they, get their reveal for it out, that we're going to see exactly what this has internally in it. Some are saying that it's going to be a 12 gigabyte RAM inside of it. Some are saying the Zen 2 architecture.
It does have an NVIDIA graphics
Extreme.
card. That's the only thing I saw.
Yeah, it's going to have DLSS 4. So it is moving in the right direction.
It is.
But at the same time, you're looking also at games that are third parties like Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and other games that are coming over that are not being fully priced, and they shouldn't be, thank God, because they're old games.
Yeah, but then they're making Elden Ring a fucking key to play, and then you have to be connected online to play it.
Because of the de novo.
Because of de novo, which is insanely stupid.
But at the same time, again, the bad doesn't outweigh the good. It is more bad than good. And the $70 price tag was, we swallowed that and we didn't like it.
Yeah, we didn't like it, but we dealt with
and now they're trying to up it to 80 and increase it when they're not doing games any different than what they have been. The only thing that really seemed cool was the Donkey Kong, where it's pretty much a fully destructible environment now.
That did look awesome.
That's what they turned it into.
So when the wife was watching it, when I showed it to her afterwards, okay, she said that she gave it a 6 out of 10 because most of the games on there that she even wanted, she could get elsewhere. She can get on her PC and enjoy them far better on PC. She doesn't have to get the Switch specifically for those games. So games like the Donkey Kong, the Mario Kart, they don't appeal to her. So she gave it a 6 out of 10 because she liked some of the games, the presentation was good, and the price wasn't shown. My stepson, he was excited about the GameCube reveal.
I was too. The fact that they're bringing back my two favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
But you have to pay for Online Plus to play it. Is insane.
Yes.
Question. Lycos45 has a question. And, actually, my little cousin asked me the same question yesterday when we were talking. And he said, can the Switch 2 games run on Switch 1, but just lower the resolution and frame rate? Like, do they have that? Are they going to continue to support the Nintendo Switch? Can these games from Nintendo Switch 2 run in the Nintendo Switch?
Chaos Lounge brought it up on his stream. There's 122 supported games or 127 supported games from Switch 1. And that's just from their first party stuff. And from their third party, there's over 15,000 games that are supported with a few of them.
But I'm talking about
I was asking for Switch 2 games going on the Switch 1, the original.
Yeah.
Oh, the backwards compatibility because of game sharing. So. Some games are.
Some games.
Because they did show like an Uno game or a card game.
I don't think it's going to be any of their actual like brand new exclusives like Mario Kart World. I doubt that's going to be on the Switch.
No.
Wow, that's crazy. Then that's even more fucked up now.
Yeah. I assume it's going to be any game that is also on the Switch. If you buy the Switch 2 version, you can do the game sharing or virtual card sharing and let the Switch 1 play it. But if it is a Switch 2 only title like Mario Kart World or the Donkey Kong Country or Donkey Kong Bonanza, that it's going to only be a Switch 2 title.
It's like TJ Roberts is probably living in his parent house in the basement. Yeah. Fighting. He probably had one of those like whatchamacallit, like a staple guns, killing roaches and shit. Like when he's bored. Get out of here.
Now I will say that Nintendo is doing another good thing: the pre-orders. It's a little scummy, but I can see why. It's to prevent scalpers. You have to have 15 hours lifetime online playtime and an active current Nintendo Switch online subscription at the time of trying to be pre-purchasing.
No.
That is all right. That is all right. That's preventing scalpers.
Yeah, but you can still pre-order from fucking Walmart. You can still pre-order from
Absolutely
and all that other.
That's never gonna stop them, bro. It's a pointless war.
Scalpers
everybody's
gonna
exist. Everybody's gonna find a way to do it.
Yeah, do the same way that we're gonna find a way to pirate the games too. All right, so Nintendo is using Trump tariffs as an excuse to raise the price again. Yeah, I think so, because like the tariffs aren't even set up yet. So they like ahead of time, like I don't know what the hell they're doing. So like Ospify saying, Nintendo always being greedy. It's just now people realizing it in a massive scale. Look, I wanted to say this because remember the Xbox One came with a bunch of
Connect.
With a bunch of negativity, right? Surrounding it. And I feel like Nintendo's in the same spot. You know, like everybody hates it right now. You go online and except for the two or three clowns, right? They go ahead and defend Nintendo right now. Like everybody's pretty pissed off. Like there was literally like, bro, you could go on Twitter and you see the Nintendo thing is still going on. Like things that is explore, or he already changed. But yesterday had like 10K posts or something, just people shitting on Nintendo saying screw you, we don't like the prices. It was trending badly, man. And the Xbox One really destroyed the Xbox brand.
It did.
I'm glad
Switch 2 is doing the exact same to Nintendo.
But you know what? I'm glad that it happened because Xbox, really screwed up, right?
Oh yeah, they did. They tried to make a fucking media playing device, which it's very good at.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't get it twisted. It's very good at that, but you should focus on your console before you do focus on selling fucking media device bullshit.
And look at what happened. Xbox One screwed up, made Xbox hit rock bottom, right? We know that.
Yeah.
And what happened? What's the strategy now? What's Xbox strategy now? Accessibility, right?
Everywhere.
And price. So, in value. The fact that this happened to Nintendo, it maybe is a wake-up call for them to go ahead and realize that that's really what the gamers want, and that's really how you keep us happy.
I'm watching Nintendo's thing, and they're just getting spammed with drop the price.
Oh, the treehouse is going on again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all yesterday. 99% of the stream chat was doing that.
It's just there's like a few people in it saying raise the price, but then the rest is just lower it.
So this right here is the Google Trends of the Switch 2. Okay. Up until the hype of the Switch 2 launch, we knew nothing about it. So, there's a little murmur here and there. The height of it was during the show. Right? But immediately, as soon as the show ended, right back down, because that's when they started finding out about the price of the games, the console, and everything that was left out of the show. And as you can see, the trend is still dropping.
And it's why their
stocks.
Their
stocks are down. I'm gonna get it right here. Look.
Is it still at 1644?
Let's see right now. No, he went even lower.
Oh,
Holy
Jesus.
Shit, he's plummeting, bro. They need to.
It's $16.09 now.
Yeah, I had it right here. Let me just share this.
Jesus Christ. We started this. We were talking because I was like, all right, I know that they're going down because I've been seeing them going down since. And fuck, dude, it's fucking plummeting.
Look at this shit.
Jesus.
You can see right once the stream died, and then right once people started to see the prices.
Look at this. Look at this.
Exactly what happened.
Look at this.
Yep.
Oh, the same spike as Google. Look. Boom. And done. Bye-bye.
Because right once that direct started, people were excited. The direct ended, still had a little bit of excitement, but it was still it was a great show. But then when people started to see that they were fucking raising the prices. And now they're just getting constant backlash for that shit.
Yeah.
Now, let's not forget that there is a Switch 2 version console that is coming out that is going to be cheaper, that is not multi-language. It's only Japanese. And it is going to be $330 equivalent. But it's only for Japanese. It's not multilingual. What's up, Sardinas? Young
What's
Dreads.
up, Young Dreads, man? How you doing?
Also,
Waffles, Mr. Glass.
Also,
Yeah,
having the
down
goal to fucking charge money for the play test of the device is insane.
$10.
I don't care what dollar it is.
Yeah, I know.
Even PlayStation didn't do that
with the Astrobot.
Yeah. That's dirty. I think Nintendo's playing dirty. Shout out to my fake and say I play on Game Pass Ultimate. I'm winning down. That's right, bro. Game Pass is killing shit.
$20 a month, and it's a W.
Yeah, so and you get games every month, bro.
My next game share, my screen share here. So this is something that was just come out from Wario 64, the same one who leaked the prices of the $80, right? He says that the Nintendo Switch 2 game sizes via the Japan eShop, okay? Mario Kart World is only 23.4 gigabytes.
Oh,
great.
God.
It's small. The Donkey Kong Bonanza, 10 gigabytes. Nintendo GameCube. Although I expect the GameCube to go up because right now they're only launching with 4 games.
5.
So that's no 4.
I thought they also said they were launching with Coliseum.
No, it's going to be launched, but it's coming later.
Okay.
Along with Gale of Darkness, Mario Sunshine, and all the rest that they showed in that second part. Fire Emblem. Mario Party Jamboree is 7.7. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands is 5.7. So you look at these Switch 1 games and the Switch 2 games, which are about double in size, are literally nowhere near the graphical fidelity or resolution or FPS of something like the Final Fantasy, the new Duskblood, and things like that. And this was today at 7:30.
Nice. Shout out to Big Mix Gaming, man. Member for 2 months. Thank you for rocking with us. He said, love the conversation. Great panel. Watching y'all from work. Don't say nothing. Shh. We won't tell, bro. We don't snitch around here. Shout out to my fake and say, if I want to buy a game, I buy it optional. Game Pass with that W. That, bro, that's straight up, like how we feel, man. So keep going, Power Boss. Keep doing your thing.
All right. So this other one that I found that was shared, shout out to Alex's Discord and people there sharing all the information as it comes up, says game key cards explained, both standard physical game cards. So these are the ones, like as you see here, the Street Fighter 6, that it's literally a regular Switch 2 game card, but there's nothing on it except the license key to access the game. Okay. Switch 1 had game key card on the box, so make sure you look for that. Okay. Zooms it in right here. Game key card, right? Standard game cards, full game on the cart. We're going to have the Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition, which is $80.
Yep.
And the Donkey Kong that we know of. And we think Mario Kart is also. I'm not sure about that.
Mario Kart, I think it's digital. I want to say it's digital because they're selling it for $50, and I doubt that
And then as you can see down here for the Switch 1, the Outer Worlds, it says full game download, which means it's a license that you're going to still have to download the full game once you buy the game card.
It's so stupid.
And literally the cartridge is literally just a license to access the download.
So you're spending $80 for a box art. Good job, guys.
And it's not coming with the booklets.
What?
Yeah, the booklets are almost being completely taken out.
That was the one thing that I used to love back in the day because it's usually how you would understand games without having to buy like that. Okay,
now I will say that the Switch 2 does have a built-in feature when you go into the menu that allows you to customize your controls, so they don't need to put that in the booklet.
Okay, that's not bad then.
But I'm pretty sure some of them are also going to have, like on the Nintendo Switch app, like they do for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which currently, as far as I know, those are the only 2 on it, that will allow you to probably access things like that. But let me talk about that app real quick. Guess what that sounds like? What did Xbox just unveil?
I don't know.
The Copilot with Minecraft. It seems like Nintendo's copying Xbox too now, doesn't it?
How long until they have achievements?
They should sue them.
They already have them.
They should go ahead and sue them.
They're on the phone app.
Oh.
You get medals with Zelda.
Oh shit!
That's news to me.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Showed that in the treehouse.
Oh shit. Yeah.
King David pointed that out last night. I totally missed it when I watched that on the treehouse. I mean, I saw it there. It didn't register to me. But yeah, King David pointed it out.
Just to see how many people are fucking saying drop the price.
But yeah, as it explains here, these Switch 1 releases were just empty cases that included download codes. The Switch 2 game key cards will allow the resale and sharing of downloadable games because the game key card isn't tied to a system and simply unlocks the game. So that is the difference. So those you will be able to resell.
Oh shit.
So keep that in mind as well. So yeah, the ones that have the full game download in it like this are the ones that you're going to be able to resell. The ones that say game key card are not.
Damn. All right. So
make sure you pay attention to that. It says full game download versus game key card.
All right, I'm back.
If you plan on reselling.
I don't think you can sell either, though. I don't think you can sell the game key card.
Well, no, because that's what it just said there.
Oh, you can sell the game key card? You just can't sell
the
full download?
The game key cards you can't. The ones that say full game download are the different ones.
Okay.
So that's
why I told people. I was like, look, there's no resellability, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't, because I just read it when Wario posted that one thing. So
yeah.
All right. So I wanted to go over this tweet real quick because I know Undesire has something to say about this. So yeah, here's another chill here for Nintendo saying my retro live. Okay, it's not $90. Not sure how that got around. $80 is the most I've seen retailers list the games. Again, not a fan of the increase, but I refuse to complain about game prices when I lived through the 90s. Okay, go for it.
So I might have been born in 98, okay, and I still have that my uncle has. It's at his house.
Youngin.
It is a sealed golden Nintendo or SNES Legend of Zelda edition, which is a good couple $1,000 right now.
Yeah.
The reason why the games in the 90s and the games of now are not even comparable is the price of developing games is nowhere near the same. You're not fully building something that has got a motherboard and circuitry and all this other shit, and you only get a one-time release. You're now building a game that is a constant update and has microtransactions and all this other bullshit that I can't fucking stand. Oh, and by the way, the cost of making games went from a good around $40 to about $5 because of digital. And if you want to make constant digital, it's $0 because you can just make infinite amount.
Yep. And also, like back in the 90s, a Nintendo 64 was $150, bro.
Yes.
So the console was super cheap.
I'm so pissed.
And also, it's a different time. It was a novelty, right, of video games. But now we understand how shit works. So you can really come over here and tell me this is okay now. And look, even though we lived through the 90s, we cannot just say this is okay for Nintendo to go ahead and hide the prices, for whatever reason. Anyways, the fact that they got like, maybe like what is it, like taxes and tariffs, like people want to say and shit. It's not like to go for digital products and make it more expensive that you're not getting taxed on digital products. It's just fucking crazy, man. It's just freaking wild. So you got anything to say about these Powerballs? Or I'm deciding any more bars on this asshole here?
I need to calm myself down.
Isn't he a PlayStation fanboy?
Yeah, I'm
Retro Life?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't care.
I think he is.
I'm pretty sure he is.
I don't care. Y'all have to. Y'all have to. I don't care who it is. Whoever is defending this is going to get it.
I will say, there's 4 games that are free upgrade if you have the Nintendo Switch Online. Okay, that's both of the Zeldas, the Kirby, and the Mario Party. Those games, if you have Nintendo Switch Online at launch, will get a free upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 versions.
If not, you have to pay $20.
Those are the only 4. No. If it has no DLC attached to it, no microtransactions or anything like that, the game will be a $10 upgrade. If it has DLC, it's a $30 upgrade.
Oh, even more than I said. I apologize.
Look, Sardinia said it is a shame people don't say the same thing about Coke prices, and I agree with you.
Please tell me you're talking about Coca-Cola.
Yeah, well, Coca-Cola. But for example, in this case, the gas prices have gone up. You know what I'm saying? So gas is more expensive, and Coca-Cola is a product that needs to be transported, right? So that's one argument. But like when something doesn't even have to get delivered, and it's just like right there, like why are you making it more expensive?
The gas hasn't gone down in Florida, man. I've been away for so long.
No, gas still bad here, bro.
Gas dropped like a whole ass $1 where I live. It was great.
No, right here is like around $3 or something. Yeah,
it was $5 or no, it was $4 where I lived.
Yeah,
and now it's $3. It's like $3.02 or some shit.
Okay,
awesome.
So I wanted to. Okay, the first whole hour was shitting on Nintendo. I think I run out of shit. So we're gonna switch it up because honestly, we don't give a fuck about Nintendo. We don't want to hear from them unless they lower the prices.
We don't
want question
right now.
You both are said you're not gonna get it, right?
I'm not.
Hell no.
Not the Switch 2 and not any of the games for it, right?
No.
Not unless they start dropping their shit.
I want to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Because for my household, we are going to get one. We're going to get the $5 bundle. Okay, with Mario Kart because I want Mario Kart.
I would like Mario Kart World, and I wanted Mario Kart World, and I wanted the new Pokemon. And that was it. But I'm not doing it for $80.
Yeah, I'm not going to get the new Pokemon, although I think the wife and the stepson both want that.
I want it.
Really probably will get it, but don't hold me to that one.
So I want to say this.
Yeah.
Look, people at the end of the day are gonna get what they're gonna get, and they're gonna buy what they're gonna buy. and as gamers, right? I cannot sit in here and say that I'm not gonna get GTA. You know.
Because I'll be. I know I'm getting.
Well, but it's
the only thing that's enticing me is that I can visit my house in it.
Exactly.
I can visit my
old house. You can
house.
visit your house in your real life, bro. You right now, you are in your fucking house. I guess.
Yeah, but he can't go around freaking dressing up like a guy in a Speedo while watering his crops.
He can do that. He's
wrestling an alligator.
Desire, look at me. I am literally a walking Florida man meme. Shut it.
Hey man,
he probably sitting in his Speedos right now to speak.
Look at my photo.
I'm wearing a shirt.
Look at my photo from back when I lived in Florida. That should tell you enough.
Well, guys,
but my older stepson does want to get for the GameCube because he likes Fire Emblem and Path of Radiance is his favorite out of all of them.
No, the fuck it's not.
Damn,
one that you're looking forward to.
They put it on blast right here.
But that's the one that he's most excited for because that's the only one that he, without emulating, can't get anywhere else. Me, I'm excited because I like the two Pokemons. Coliseum and Gale of Darkness were some of my favorites. I still have my copies upstairs.
I love those games so much.
Mm-hmm. He's happy for those two, the Pokemons. The wife is looking forward to Mario Sunshine. She's looking forward to playing games from the GameCube era that she never got to play. The only thing that I'm pissed off about, even though I'm excited for those as well, is the fact that we're only getting 4 games at launch. How many GameCube games came out? I can name at least 3 more that aren't even on that list.
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Banquitos 1 and 2.
My favorite ever Smash in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I mean, they have Ultimate.
Yeah, I was going to say, aren't they going to have Ultimate? So
I believe that they are making another Mario and another Zelda, aside from the one that was shown, which is the next Hyrule Warriors one, which is
just Dynasty Warriors.
Which is the last prequel before going into Breath of the Wild.
Demo, do you know what Dynasty Warriors is? Just real quick.
No.
Okay, it's
okay. It's basically you taking on armies.
It's you being a superhero, just taping on armies like in the middle of it.
Yeah, and in this case, with Hyrule Warriors, you're playing as Zelda
Legend of
characters.
Zelda characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
So, aside from the GameCube aspect, which I'm excited for, and let's be fair, the Nintendo Switch Online is not egregious. It's $35 a year for the expansion pass, with the or for the Nintendo Switch Online and the expansion pass. It's only $35 a year.
That's not bad.
And the voice chat is free for the first year of the Switch 2 launch.
Ah, well, that's bullshit.
It is.
Discord is free.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say Power Balls. Desire, you have any last bars on Nintendo? You want to give it to him or something? You want to say something?
I pretty much covered most of mine in my Harmon Smith video.
Yeah, we're gonna be over Nintendo because it is what it is. They irrelevant at the moment with those prices. We know we're not gonna get them. Power Balls is on the other side of the coin, but that's fine. It's a 1 out of 2. So let's talk about South of Midnight. It just came out.
Oh my god!
And I tried out. I was I think I don't know if I at the beginning of the show I was saying that I tried without the sound on and I wasn't really immersed. And I was showing my mom's boyfriend and he thought it looked incredible. And I think who was guys who posted something about the game looks good. It has good art direction, great voice acting, great animations and cutscenes. But the gameplay was lackluster a little bit. So I put down there, I was like, yeah, just like, so great. This amazing because it's just like Sony games, because in reality, that's the truth.
Reforge was playing it and he couldn't even find a way of being negative on it.
Right. I don't think so, bro. I think the game is going to be great. I haven't getting into the heavy part of the gameplay, but how you guys try?
I have not. I don't have Game Pass, so I'd have to purchase it, and it's just not enticing to me. Respectfully, maybe I'll buy it if it goes on sale on Steam. I'm not gonna lie, I probably will.
Yeah, but man, I wouldn't. Yeah, honestly, bro, I wouldn't buy this game. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy this game. No. Especially not for the price. And then we gotta get the criticism, straight up. But it looks good.
After my birthday, that's all.
When I tried it played good, and the thing has great quality. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna really enjoy it. A lot of people are really gonna enjoy it, and I feel like it's a good game, right? I need to play further. But for the most part, I thought it looking graphically, bro, and the quality is there, and the voice acting, everything is pretty high quality in there. I want to play more for sure, so I'm gonna be back here online. I think Saturday I'm gonna do a stream here, and I'm gonna play for the first time with you guys on live. Probably it's gonna be Saturday around 5 or something.
I gotta play that, and I gotta play Adamfall.
Yeah, Adamfall came out, which is freaking cool. I haven't tried out yet. I've been playing some Mortal Kombat. I've really got back into it. I've been really heavy on it and learning a bunch of new characters that I missed because when my kid was born, I stopped playing because I didn't have the time to be practicing and shit. But now I'm back playing Mortal Kombat, so I'll probably do another stream and just me playing Mortal Kombat. Maybe with you guys if you want to, with viewers, with with my members, whatever, would make something happen. It'll be fun. And
small community day.
Yeah. But like I know Mortal Kombat is not a very accessible game. It's not a game.
Desire does repo a lot of the time.
Repo.
I still hate you for that.
And what about you heard about this one? Schedule 1.
He's playing that.
The game just keeps crashing. I can't play it.
Oh my god! But I heard it was fun.
There is a fix for that.
Doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work.
After I brought it up. I actually found a fix for that.
It literally blue screens. It doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I
have done everything that I've gotten from the devs. I've done everything that the other people have said. It just doesn't work. It crashes all the time.
Okay.
So here I got this game. It's called.
But I'll ask you again because maybe you'll find something that I don't know. Sorry about that.
No,
you're good. But this is another game that I got invited to the beta. I actually requested access and they accepted me. So I'll be playing this over the weekend. It's called Neighbor Warfare or whatever.
Neighborhood.
But it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty fun. I can't wait to play it, man. But yeah, South of Midnight is out. Let me know on that in the comments, guys. What do you guys think about the game?
I'm personally
Two
not
ahead,
excited
man.
for it. I'm personally not excited for it,
Yeah.
but I am still going to give it a try.
All I know is that May 12th can't get here
Because it's on Game Pass, bro. It's so easy to go ahead and just, fire it up. So shout out to 2APR, man. Hacer que hola, dímelo, Bobby. What's good, mi gente latina? So shout out to everybody, man, coming through, man. So that's it. South of Midnight is out. Game Pass. Gamers are winning. They added a bunch of other games to Game Pass too, and they'll continue to add more. Now we got Expedition 33 coming out in a couple of weeks, and then we have Doom. That
Which
the
comes out.
previews are out, and bro,
Doom comes out. It's like a really expensive. It's collector's edition. The edition I purchased comes out the day after my birthday.
The 3 games that I'm looking most forward to right now, okay, Expedition 33 and Doom, obviously, and then Subnautica 2.
Not bad.
Oh, Subnautica. Yeah, I told you to let me know to play that one, man.
Yeah. But, it's looking absolutely fire, and it's going to be in early access on Steam and Xbox. And so far, there is no PlayStation release date. It's going to even come out on the Switch too.
See, my 3
but that's weird.
That are confirmed to be coming out this year that I'm actually really excited for are Doom, obviously. I fucking love Doom. Cuff Bust.
That looks fun.
So we got a piece of news in here.
The Outer Worlds too.
We got a piece of news. So as you know, remember that Sony PlayStation concert that, Sony PlayStation fanboys kept talking about how we're going to get a state of play or this and that. And this is all they got.
All these concerts are being canceled all over the place.
Look at this shit. So PlayStation, I love this part of the article. It said quietly, like, everything they're doing on the hush. It said cancels upcoming event in several locations. Sony has reportedly canceled an upcoming PlayStation event in several locations without formal announcement. Wow, the disrespect. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what y'all gotta call these motherfuckers out, bro. Look, without a formal announcement, like quietly, like, that's messed up, man. And the PlayStation concert live music event, who nobody gives a shit about, was announced last October and is due to kick off soon. But ticket holders in several countries have been told that the concert is no longer going ahead as planned. So how do you guys feel about this, bro? I don't want to read the whole thing, boy.
So,
I mean,
I don't understand why you would ever make a video game concert. That just sounds stupid. But let's say they were going to have like the Ghost of Tsushima soundtrack, which I think is fucking insane and awesome.
Yeah, phenomenal. Yeah,
man, that would have been kind of fun to hear in a concert. I'm not gonna lie, but
I think King David mentioned something about this last night on C Money and Doodle's channel, saying about some of the songs that they were having played, and there was like a ghost town in the audience.
Yeah, there was nobody in there. I think that's the thing. I think that this show was empty and the people weren't really buying tickets, and they had to cancel some of the worst selling places, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Another Sony PlayStation L, and it looks like they catching L's every week, at least 2-3 times a week. They catching an L, bro. They catching an L every time. Which is crazy. And this week they also got another L, which is
1 second. I'm gonna go grab something to drink.
Sony get hipped by its own studio.
That's good.
Did you look, Powerboys? Would you imagine if Starfield would have been exclusive to Sony PlayStation?
If they acquired them from ZeniMax and it still only came out, and
it still would have come out exclusive.
Or that's like the next Halo game, if that launches PlayStation exclusive or Switch exclusive, or the next Gears game, was launching not for Xbox only, and it's Xbox's own studio. That's literally what happened.
Damn.
To be fair, this game was probably in the works well before.
Yeah, probably
the buyout.
But anyways, I don't think that 10% of a company you have any saying, like telling anybody, any business, telling anybody where things should go or not. They're like, bro, like simmer down 10%.
Hey, shout out to Archangel Nexus in the chat. We can't wait to have you back, man.
Whoa,
hope you're recovering.
Archangel Nexus in the building. Shout out to him and say, yo, I miss y'all. I can't wait to be back with them boys, man. We can't wait to have you back, bro. Hopefully, sooner rather than later, bro, so we can rock out some fun. Holy shit. So what do you think about this desire about the Sony PlayStation getting skipped by Karakawa?
They got skipped by Karakawa? That is fucking insane. Yeah, I was busy getting my what?
Duskblood is from FromSoft.
Yeah, I know. They
it's basically Bloodborne 2, but they don't want to use the Bloodborne IP.
Because they didn't want to use the Bloodborne, and fucking the dev behind Bloodborne, Miyazaki was pissed. So he went to Nintendo, and I think he also went to Xbox, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that one. And he got an exclusive deal with Nintendo.
I don't know about Xbox.
He might have. He might not have. I don't like to speak on people because I don't know.
Of course.
But he definitely went to Nintendo, and he got paid a fuck ton of money for an exclusive. Because he has said on multiple occasions he does not like exclusives. But he loves money. So.
Well, everybody loves money, bro. Can't really hate on that. But the thing is, bro, like, hey, I feel like Sony PlayStation fanboys deserve this, bro. Because this is a taste of the old medicine. I feel like this blasted like 2 times harder in the face just because they've been defending exclusive left and right. And now they have a Nintendo exclusive that they're not gonna play, and it's behind the $450 price of the console and $80 price tag. I'm sure
it's gonna be on PC as well. You know it is.
It's gonna be on PC. I don't know. I don't know about that.
It might not be officially on PC, but it's gonna be.
Yeah. No, everything is on the PC because you know how it is.
The wife wanted me to mention. Okay, out of everything that we've discussed so far, okay, today is a big patch day for PoE 2.
Oh, okay.
So they are dropping patch 0.2 in the early access, because a reminder that it's going to be in early access for 6 months before it officially tries to launch.
Yeah.
And today marks a huge patch that is going to really, really change a lot of builds in the game. And after I get off here, when the patch drops at about 3, we're going to be on that game probably all week.
Are you going to try to help me get Schedule 1 to work?
He's smiling.
That's Demo.
Howard?
That's me.
She was pointing at my screen asking who it was.
I said it was the
You don't know?
I'm the woman. I'm the woman.
I'm
getting drunk. No, I'm pretty drunk. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You drunk? Bro,
Oh,
it's 12:22 p.m.
Dude, I am in Las Vegas. I am getting hammered this weekend. I have not been able to drink for a month. I am fucking getting wasted.
Oh my god, you're having a great time, bro. Yeah. Luke, check this shit out by Archangel. He said that shit is funny, unexpected, and enlightening. It doesn't seem like Sony had the active numbers they alluded to when they started making these exclusivity deals. Wow, what the hell is going on? So now people are finding out that it was all a lie, that at the end of the day, they get all these exclusives and nobody buys them. Because, I mean, let's keep it real. Top 10 is always the same shit. In every platform, the top 10s are very, very similar.
And there's only maybe 1 or 2 games that change positions and drop up, drop down, and new games that come out may top the charts for the month.
I hate it when people use that shit because the top of the charts is only for that week usually or that month because it's
the time period.
Idiots. I swear it does not matter.
And if you do it over any stretch of time, it's going to be the same list every time if it's longer than a month. Because what they don't understand is, hey, a game can sell only 10 copies and it's going to be at the top of the charts, and everything else can sell 1 copy, and then a new game comes out and it sells 5 copies, so it's automatically going to be number 2.
Exactly.
And that's what they don't understand.
But it's like about consistency. It's about seeing the same thing. Exactly, when you like, because the fact that you're saying, okay, the quality of the sale, right? Because let's say you sell 10 million copies, but you only have 5,000 active players after they play the game. Like nobody gives a shit about, But when you send 10 million copies and you got 3 million active players all the fucking time, then we're talking. We're talking
let's
about
not forget
quality
that
of
the
sales.
price of the game also comes into factor as well.
Of course.
Because if you're selling a $60, $70 game or even a $50 game and you sell 25 million, that's still only 75 million copies or $75 million in revenue or profit or whatever. And then if you sell, 10 million copies versus 5 million, but each of those 10 millions are only $1, yeah, of course it's going to be behind the charts because the other game sells more or sells less, but costs more. Mm-hmm. So it's 10 million versus 75 million in that case. So you can't compare. It's apples to oranges. That game has to be offered on all platforms, not in a subscription service across the board. And they have to cost the same. And that's the only way that you can compare it. Then you have to compare genres, whether it's a FPS or an RPG. Yep. And then you have
popularity of it.
Yep. And then you have to compare it to what else released at the same time and whether people are buying this game or that game. Because like they said, the average gamer only buys 1 to 2 games a year right now because of the cost of games.
Oh my God, man.
So you literally have to look at every single factor. You can't just go by one metric. And I agree with you, Desire. I hate using Circana NPDs as a measure of, quote unquote success.
Yeah.
Because Astrobot didn't sell that well. It was 1.5 million copies. I don't even think it's broken.
No, yeah.
I don't think it's broken 2 million yet, even after it got named Game of the Year.
Which I still hate.
But it will, because now they bundled it up with.
I hate the fact that people thought that was the Game of the Year over Wukong. I still.
But also, let's not forget that because of the size of the dev studio and the cost of production of Astrobot, the game, after all the marketing and everything, did make about $40 million.
Oh no, it made a lot, but so did Wukong. Yeah, Wukong made I think what?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was my game.
It made bank.
It did run like ass. It did run like ass. It did.
But let's also not forget that the ones who are voting on this are the same people who said, "Oh, we're knocking off points because there's no female monkeys," and they didn't even play the fucking game to completion because there is female characters in the game.
And who cares, bro? Like,
it has nothing to do with man or woman because it's animals and mythology.
Yeah,
it's literally the Chinese mythology. It's the character behind fucking Goku.
Yeah, exactly.
They shitted on the game because it didn't fit their agenda.
The only thing about Wukong that I personally have a problem with is the same thing that Stellar Blade did, and the same thing that what was the other game? There's one other one.
Ronin?
No, not Rise of the Ronin.
The cutscenes FPS lock? Is that what you're talking about?
No. There was one other game, but basically when they were originally announced, everything was they were going to multi-platform. Multi-platform. Yeah. Game Science said that Wukong was going to be on Xbox, and Stellar Blade was going to be on Xbox before when it was Parasite Eve.
Yeah.
And then as Sony money hatted them. Well, Stellar Blade got money hatted because of, hey, that's what they said. We don't know about Black Myth Wukong, even though, it heavily points in that direction. But at the same time, there's Black Myth Wukong runs well on PC. And I say well loosely. It runs like console. And then the thing that gets me, that really makes me think that it was money hatted, and this is my personal opinion, no facts or anything, but it was the fact that after the game released and the whole thing with Microsoft commenting on it and Game Science commenting on it, no mention of money hatting was in place, but they said we can't comment on exclusivity deals with our partners, so Microsoft and Game. And then Game Science went and removed Xbox completely, all mentions of it from their website.
Yep.
With no Xbox release date in sight.
Yep.
Which is insane.
And we kept saying it, but we kept saying it that they had money out of the game, and everybody continued to say that we're talking shit. And
then that recent article that just came out that almost assuredly confirms it.
Yep. It is. And
it's still not definite, but
it's just like I don't care honestly for when games take a deal and they decide to be exclusive and shit. But when you take your time to take the deal and then shit on the other platform, that's a problem because you blame the Series S for shit that you weren't even developing for.
And the Turk proved it that it can run because it's Steam Deck verified, and he lowered it to exactly what the Series S specs are.
Which threw a lot of the fanboys off because they didn't believe you could do that. And I was like, Turk's a dev. I can basic dev
No,
shit.
he's not a dev. The Turk used to work for Tom's Hardware.
Okay.
And he was the one who was specifically doing those particular types of testing. Because
I would just build PCs. That's what
he said that his specialty was taking the builds that he was given and doing those sort of tests.
And I was the one
kind of like what Digital Foundry does after it releases.
So he would take that. So he would be the guy I would hand the PC after I built it and make sure.
He would do the benchmark testing.
Okay. Because I still build PCs. It's a hobby, but I have to hand it to somebody.
But what he
else.
did say also is that while he was specialized in one, like say NVIDIA, for instance, there would be another guy that would specialize in AMD and another guy that would specialize in Intel. So they all had their own departments not crossing.
I'd prefer to be a part of
it. He wouldn't have been AMD and NVIDIA. He would have only done AMD while somebody else did NVIDIA. And the same guy who did NVIDIA wouldn't go back and do the AMD.
That's dumb. But I guess it makes sense. That way they...
It was split the workload. I could see it. But that's besides the point.
Oh my God. I was just like checking my bookmarks, bro, and I still see people defending this shit. Bro.
But going back to Sony getting skipped by its own studio, this Duskblood game looks phenomenal, especially on the Switch too.
It looks all right, bro. Nothing special. I heard it was something like a multiplayer type thing, like a PvE raid base.
PvPvE.
Yeah,
PvPvE.
Are people okay with that? Because I know Souls people are more like into PvE rather than PvP.
Well, there's Elden Ring, which has both.
Mm-hmm.
You have the PvP arenas, and then you have joint fights that you can team up against the boss.
Dark Souls is
like.
So I don't
but
know.
It's like, but is that mode really popular in it, or like people rather just play against the AI?
Talk to Gar or somebody that actually plays Souls games.
I play all from soft games.
The only one I play is Armored Core 6.
So if you're talking about the PV, like going against the bosses and doing boss raids with your friends, yes, that is insanely popular. You also get raided by random people when you do that, so it's quite fun. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the From Software games.
Okay. Right. That's cool. I didn't know that. I thought that it was only like either you just do the PvP or the PvE, but now they mix it like people can actually go into your world like GTA or something.
When you so you activate for this game, it's specifically fingers. In other games, it's usually like a burning thing, but you activate it and you can invite up to 3 of your friends, and then random people can invade you, but they won't get attacked by the environment AI, but the AI can still attack you, the player, and all of your friends. So the invader is trying to kill you and your friends while you are trying to kill him.
Oh, so he becomes like a member of the AI party or something. Like, like teaming up with the AI. Like popping in when you encounter the boss or something, it'll be like a great time to engage in battle, something like that. You have to be strategic. Because you might be in your own against like 3 or 4 players, something like that, I guess. So it sounds interesting. I'm not really big into fighting AI because I feel like they're stupid. Always, like you always like we're always gonna be smart.
Not in FromSoft. FromSoft, the AI is insane.
Yeah, but like you eventually are gonna get it, like understand it.
Well, they have patterns, but however,
yeah, exactly,
So they're big bosses, yes, they have patterns, but if they're like actual like the AI, which is like the users, like the AI users, which is usually like when they
like a ghost, ghost from Forza.
So it's kind of like when they'll mimic you.
Yeah, see, that's something that's coming into the PoE2 update, is where there's going to be 12 roaming exiles that look, act, and feel as if they were another player. Even though they're
better.
PvP, it's an AI control, but they literally have everything access to what the players have.
But you know what? I have a problem with that too, because Okay, you know how it is. How sometimes I think in games like Apex, you encounter people who are bots and they're not people. They just like and it gives you a fake sense of you are good. Oh shit, I did this game, I killed 20 people, I'm the shit. No, bro, you killed a bunch of freaking AIs because the game is dead.
Right.
So it's sort of like I don't know, bro. It's kind of divisive for me because I enjoy more battling another human than an AI. And look, and like I said, they have patterns and they got ways that you can exploit it. For example, in Mortal Kombat, you can beat AI in the very hard difficulty by just doing safe movements. Safe moves that keep you safe and always on block, and they're always trying to like reverse, and on reverse you can punish them. So it's just like I don't know. I'd rather battle against you, Power Boss, for example. It just makes the line a little bit more blurry when it comes. How to differentiate, right? AI from actual humans.
You actually like to understand whether it's PvP or PvE, not a mixture of both at the same time.
Exactly. I want look, and I'm okay with it if they put it in PvE and they give you a ghost and a move for that. But I want them to specifically let you know where you fight him a human or an AI, because this could be a huge problem for what is it, the matchmaking and stuff. Skill-based matchmaking, because it could give you a bunch of you're trying to talk to people and they're not people on your team, they're AI, and you're like, yo, bro, they capturing B, and motherfucker is doing whatever, teabags or jumping around the map and looking around or something, and it's
you get trolls.
Exactly, and you feel like you're getting cheated, right? And it sucks.
No, that's desire to a T right there.
Yeah, you could troll, but you human. But I don't mind you trolling because you might be saying something back on the mic, like yeah, whatever. It's so
I'm not good at games. I'm just good at talking shit.
Yeah, but that's good. But when you have an AI acting a fool, it's just like problematic, in my opinion. Because shit. How come the other person have 3 humans with him, and I have 3 AI or 2 AI and another dude? It's just like unfair. It's just an unfair advantage.
Absolutely.
For whichever team, because the AI might be insane as well, and you may get lucky, you get a crazy AI that is somebody else, like a pro player ghost or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
We get Black Ops 2 remastered this year. That would be great.
Get it. Well, Verdansk
supposedly
Island is back, and he's creating a buzz online because a lot of people are playing. Yeah,
I want BO2 to come back with the lobby system, because
I love 2 and 3.
I'm sick and tired of skill-based matches.
But you know what? The best way that you can play games like Call of Duty is just getting a group of friends, bro. Get like 12 or something, and get in a map together in a lobby, and you play with your friends. That's what making friends.
Even Halo's good like that.
Halo is one of the best party games.
See, all I do when I play Call of Duty is I try to piss people off and make content out of
it. Well, if you make friends instead, and then you create like a little small.
Well, I make jokes, like I make little jokes out of it, and then I do my voices, and people get really, really butthurt.
Yeah.
See, I personally like the zombies mode.
Like you can look at my last.
We played together, Power Boss.
Yeah.
You could look at my last Call of Duty video I made, where a bunch of people that were saying that Canada destroyed the White House and shit. I was like, I don't know what the fuck. Because, dude, I run into the dumbest shit, and all I was doing was fucking around. And they're just like, oh, yeah, you're stupid. You're an American. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking. Like, I'm not, because I'm not the only one talking shit. And I, like, barely talk shit. Like, barely. And they just say some of the dumbest.
Yo, what's up, Slavice?
Slavice in the house. Yo, it's crazy, bro.
A
lot of things are going on now, and with the implication of AI, bro, that shit's just like bothering me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that they are using AI to make skins in the new Call of Duty is fucking appalling, and it needs to be stopped.
Yeah, a lot of people are hating on that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either, because I could make how about give me the opportunity to make my own skin, motherfucker? Like you making it yourself. Like I have a image creator here, and you got group 2 to edit.
I just want my emblems coming back. I want to be able to make my own emblems. I could give.
But that's the thing. The censorship. They stopped allowing people to make their own emblems because people were making offensive shit. You will see a swastika. You will see a bunch of crazy signs. right? Like a bunch of people have emblems with dicks in it and, vaginas and shit.
One of my least favorite ones, but my favorite to remember because it's always in my mind every time I fucking play BO2, was the emblem of a guy in a hood in the bush, hold it with a fishing line and a watermelon. Yeah, that should tell you how fucked up the emblem creator was.
It was really messed up. Yeah.
What I think they need to do, because they had the ability of reporting it, they need to actually have some way of stopping that. Okay.
Nah. There's no way of stopping it because people get slick, and for the most part,
such a cool Pringles can thing. I loved my Pringles can.
But you know what happened? It'll take a lot of time for them to filter out everybody.
Yeah. Shut up, Power. I see you laughing. I busted my ass working on that Pringles can, and now I can't do it anymore. I would always run around with it because it would be on your gun, so I would just inspect my gun, showing my Pringles thing of me just smile.
God.
Oh my God.
That's so stupid, but I loved it so much.
Yeah, emblems are not coming back, bro. I don't think so.
Sad.
I don't think so.
I'm hoping they come back for the next Halo.
That won't.
I don't know. What do you guys think now that you brought Halo up? Do you really think the next Halo is gonna be Xbox exclusive, or you think they're gonna go all out and release it everywhere?
I think so with Halo. With Halo Studios.
I mean, what would you do though?
I think what they're going to do is they're going to do a staggered release to PlayStation. I honestly think.
I think like Indiana Jones and Forza, it's going to be staggered. Yeah, it's going to come out a couple months after.
I think it'll come out after later. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do with their.
Because they're going to test the waters with Doom, which is going to be day one.
Well, Doom is out. It's anyways third party. They're not gonna.
Well, no, it is first party.
It is first party. It's dev.
I don't know, man. I feel like Halo, like if they really want Halo to be big or as big as Call of Duty, they should go ahead and do that. And
it's never going to be as big as Call of Duty.
At the same time.
No.
I'm thinking Halo and
it could take off again, bro. You never know.
Not Gears E-Day, but the next Gears 6 after E-Day. I think
they're talking on just doing the Gears remakes next.
Or yeah, I'm sorry, the remasters. Yeah, the first 3 remastered. I think those 2 games, the next Halo and the Gears Remastered Collection, they're going to try 2 different strategies of launching either staggered or day and date on the big tentpole titles, and they're going to test whether or not which one sells in what way, and that is going to determine for the future any Xbox game going to PlayStation in the future.
I think the shit that really irks me is that people are defending the possibility of the next Gears not having a multiplayer.
I think that's stupid.
The Gears collection, the Gears 1 through 3 remastered. Because I think if you're remastering a game, every feature that was in the previous game should be in the game, as well as more stuff.
The only way that I can see that not happening, is because they are going to instead tie the multiplayer in to the old lobbies that are still active. Because you can still use the old multiplayers from the original games on the Game Pass or the Gears of War collection that's on Game Pass right now, and the old lobbies are still up.
Yeah.
So I think if the new versions don't have it natively, specifically for the new versions, they're going to tie those new versions into the old games with newer graphics.
Because I really want to play my original.
Yeah, they should go ahead and do it. If they don't put multiplayer in the new games,
but I don't think it's not going to have it.
This is why we need to say things. We need to say we're not okay with this. We want this.
Absolutely.
You know what? Don't drop it this year. If multiplayer needs to be worked on for 2 years, wait until fucking then. Take your time with the game. Polish it and give us a great product, because this is our money. Even though we get it on Game Pass, still my fucking money. So I want a great product. And look, Gears, it needs to come out with multiplayer. If not, I'm gonna get pissed off and I'm gonna call it out too. And I'm gonna make videos talking negatively about Gears of War, which I done. But we gotta fucking do it, bro. Because I mean, if we don't draw the line, who else is gonna do it? We cannot expect Reforged Gamer to do a video on these, or MBG, or any of these shills. You know, we're depending on people like
apparently
us.
Reforged was enjoying South of Midnight.
I said that earlier.
I feel like Time for Midnight is a pony game.
The only thing that I want to say
It's
about
a pony
Gears
game.
of War that does irk me a bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back through the story of Dom. I don't know if I can do that again. That was emotional.
I played them all on and off. I've never actually completed them. I need to go back and play them more.
If you need to play through all of them in a row, all three.
I know.
Fuck 4 and 5. Play 1 through 3 in a row. I'm telling you, it is the biggest emotional roller coaster you will ever have with Dom.
Now, here's my prediction. Okay, the next time that Xbox is going to have a showcase is the GDC June 8th.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that is the big number. That's after Expedition 33 launches. That's after Doom launches, and everything from now until then. Okay, starting June 8th, Phil Spencer has already said they are not going to shy away hiding the logos of every platform that things are on.
Yep.
Meaning, things like Starfield, if it gets shown for the next DLC, doesn't show a PlayStation logo anywhere. Starfield's not coming anytime soon, even if they are working on it.
Yeah.
Because let's be fair, when Microsoft acquired Bethesda, Starfield got made exclusive to Xbox and PC.
It was going to be exclusive to PlayStation.
It was going to be exclusive to PlayStation because they were trying to money had it, and Xbox said no because it's part of Bethesda, and Elder Scrolls has been on Windows longer than it's been on PlayStation, longer than it's been on Xbox. Okay. And I do think that we are supposed to be getting, I think Detective Seed said that we're supposed to be getting information or the actual release of the Oblivion remake sometime either this week or next.
Yeah,
some people were trying to say it was releasing today and yesterday. That didn't happen.
Between today and next week.
I brought my PC all the way to Vegas. And
Just in case.
I was so pissed.
Now,
like, God damn it.
But also, okay, like I said, from the 8th, when they have that showcase, okay, any game that is not shown with a PlayStation logo, if any pony out there, PlayStation fan, that says, well, why is this on PlayStation? Or it's coming soon to PlayStation. You know, the whole slate's coming.
Why you got Dreamcast guys showing like that? What's going on?
Oh my God.
If anyone gets a joke,
that's him with his fixed teeth.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh my God, guys.
But I want to say that, you know, any J-Dub out there, Jay Bari, MBG, Reforge, that are known ponies out in the community, X-Vault, that say, oh, whole slate's still coming. All I have to say to every single one of them, hold your horses, literally.
Hold your ponies.
Because if it's not shown with that logo, don't expect it anytime soon.
I like how they switched up on.
That doesn't mean it won't go. That doesn't mean it won't go eventually. Okay, because as Phil Spencer stated before, no red lines. And the phrase is coming back to bite him in the ass. It is.
It is.
You know,
it's because Phil Spencer,
he
talks too much, también. Yeah, I feel like Phil Spencer talks too much. You know, Phil Spencer needs to shut the hell up. You know, keep these ponies on limbo, and don't be saying shit that you don't know. Because I mean, honestly, there's shit that Phil Spencer don't know because he runs the company, but he doesn't run the world. Like,
how did the Sony fans feel about the fact that the former dev said that PC gaming is just a money making machine, and they probably won't have the remasters constantly? Yeah, that was super smart. Yeah, now they're like, oh, it's never gonna get day and date. And meanwhile, all these releases are getting closer and closer and sooner.
Exactly.
I'm just like, I'm sorry to tell you, it looks like it's getting close.
Now, I feel that Intergalactic Heretic Prophet is going to get delayed to 26.
I don't want to play that game. I don't care what happens.
I don't either.
I'm interested if it is an actual space game because I'm into that. But if they give me a sword, I'm gonna be pissed off because I'm expecting fucking guns, bro.
Literally no more heroes.
It's no more heroes, but worse.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that the game is going to be bad. I'm not. There are some aspects about it that I am wanting to see more of to make my judgment.
I don't
Okay.
like the main characters
Um,
acting.
yeah, I'm gonna take that or leave it. But I want to see more of it before I make my decision on it, whether it's going to be a purchase for me or not. But if it's not announced at the GDC, I want to see the first game that gets announced that does not have the PlayStation logo, that is eventually going to go to PlayStation, and how long it's going to take. So, for instance, Starfield, let's use that as an example, okay? They've been bashing on it on PC. They've been bashing it on Xbox because it's not on PlayStation. They've been bashing about everything that's in the game. And then all of a sudden, everything is going to be the complete edition on the PlayStation, where when it finally goes, everything's going to magically be fixed with the PS5 Pro's magical SSD.
I
don't
still
even started on that one.
I still hate the fact that they all of a sudden switched up on probably my favorite game from last year in Indiana Jones just because it came to PlayStation.
Exactly. Okay.
I love that game too. I think
Now-
that game was one of the best fucking games I played. It's just Dishonored, but with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it is really good.
It is very good. Now, I want to say, I think that the next Xbox console and the next Xbox handheld, and possibly even the Asus handheld, are all going to get showcased at the GDC. The Asus ROG Ally or handheld, whatever it's going to be, is going to be released later this year. And the next Xbox handheld and console are going to be teased, maybe some specs shown about it, but they're going to have a date set for next year.
I don't think it'll be next year. I think it'll be 27.
I think the handheld might be released next year, and
the
then
handheld,
the console
yeah,
might be released 27.
That seems more close to what I would think.
But
because that's
if the console and the handheld are both released next year, I expect them to be about November timeframe.
Most likely.
Yeah. Shout out to Fosso. He said The Last of Us is getting ripped, but to shreds and reviews. Digital Foundry blasted it, as did AGN and Alex.
Oh yeah,
and everybody's calling him out because and the people are saying, right, the bad work of the developers it's just to make the PlayStation 5 Pro look better. Now people say, no, PlayStation 5 Pro is a shit because it runs the game better. No. It's because the developers did a shitty job, and that's why it can run. Yeah, poor job. Yeah, for real. So
Alex has a good enough and strong enough PC above the PS5. There should be zero issues why it can't run at the equivalent or better than a PS5 console, regardless of the fact that the console is whatever specs it is here, and then his PC is way up here. You know, he has a good enough PC to do that. Now, mine is probably on par with a PS5. I'll be honest.
Mine blows it out of the water.
I don't have the latest and greatest, but I have enough that it is the same as a Series X and a PS5 Pro.
You have a 3070?
I got a 2060 Super.
You're good, bro.
Still overclocked, probably closer to the PS5 Pro.
Exactly. Mine is on par with it. So mine is blowing it out of the water, but mine is on par to be able to run every single bit of it. And I can run it even possibly higher than still what the consoles can.
Yeah, because you're probably not playing at 4K either.
No.
Hey, look,
I'm on 4090 and I don't play at 4K ever.
Who plays at 4K, bro? 4K, bro.
My stepson plays PoE 2 at 4K. On
I mean,
he was trying it out. I don't know if he still.
I think
I would rather just play at 1080 and be happy.
Yeah, for the 4090, I think it's great, but anything below that is like too much, bro.
4090 is such a scam. I have it, and it's a scam. I know.
I think
I'll never defend it.
Honestly, I'm looking forward instead to the 9070 XT.
Yeah,
it is 2% less powerful than a 5070, and the price point is completely cheaper.
It's like $200 or something. Yeah, it's insane.
It's $600 for it, whereas the 5070 is, I think, $1,000.
A 5070 is $1,000?
I think so. I haven't looked at it lately.
I don't think so.
That better not be no damn
5080 is the one that is $1,000. The 5080. The 5070, I think, is $700 or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's still cheaper.
No, it's still good. I mean, I'm about to upgrade my PC, so now I'm gonna go to DDR5 and I'm gonna get me a new CPU, etc. But I'm pretty good, bro. I don't even
The only
need to do it.
difference
I'm
is
just
the
getting
software
ready.
that both GPUs
Yeah.
offer you.
I'm just getting ready for when the 60 series come out, and I could get a 5070 or something like that, and it's like a meaningful upgrade because right now it's really not doing much for me. Games are running well. I'm getting
I don't
240
need that
hertz.
much upgrade. Like I said, I have a 2060 Super, but for me, a huge upgrade would be that 9070 XT.
Yeah,
latest and greatest RDNA 4 on the market.
Yeah, no, and let me tell you
50
something.
series is too overpriced.
Let me tell you something. The AMD frame generation, it's gotten so much better. I don't really like it, but it's gotten so much better. I remember I tried it last year. I think what game did I try it, bro? And it sucked. It was a stuttering mess. It was like so bad. And I tried it with Assassin's Creed recently. My homeboy told me because we were getting like 90 FPS, something like that in Assassin's Creed. It looked really good. My homeboy is like, "Oh, I'm getting 144 or something," and I'm like, "What? How the fuck are you doing that?" I was like, "Turn on frame gen." And I turned it on, and it was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
it's actually good. But
the fact that
I'm gonna say
it
got me a little bit dizzy. I don't know why. It got me a little bit dizzy. Maybe it was like because. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't really have that. I play, you know me, I play Call of Duty and Apex Legends all the time. I don't have that shit. But I don't know why. But when I turned it off, like it didn't bother me anymore. So I play with that turned off, but it's getting better and the technology is advancing. That's another thing. But I mean, I really don't like playing my games like that. Anyways. Damn. So do we got anything else to say? Do you got any final bars that you guys want to say?
Power Boss is gonna fix my Schedule 1 game apparently.
Schedule 1? Oh,
hopefully.
I want to play that so bad. It just
they say it's really, really, really good, and it's a cheap game too, bro.
It just crashes all the time when I play it. And I'm tired
apparently, it's depending on your video card that's causing it.
I have a 4090.
Maybe a CPU. Yeah. What do you have? What's your CPU?
My central processing unit's a i9 19K. I think.
Oh, there you go. That's your problem. Maybe you need to underclock that because you know my brother-in-law has the same setup. Well, except that he has a 4070 Ti. But he experienced the same thing with like different games that are CPU heavy. They he underclock his stuff and now he's not crashing anymore. So you need to do probably underclock it a little bit because I think it's too powerful. And that's the problem.
Yeah, I'll work with you on it after we finish the stream, Desire.
Yeah, but I think that will fix it. Hopefully you can play that. Goddamn it, it's a weekend.
It's just a weed game. I want to play a weed game while I'm in Vegas, damn it.
And I am 2 hours from PoE 2, and I'm going to be having a ball.
Woo!
It's going to be a nice weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice weekend. It's so filled with games, bro. Holy shit.
And for anyone wondering why I'm down here or I'm not at home in Indy, I am at Wrestle fucking made it.
Woo! Have yourself fun, man. Have yourself fun.
I'm gonna try to enjoy Salty Sunday, but fuck, I'm probably not gonna be able to.
And don't forget, we got Alex later tonight.
I am 5 rows. I am 5 rows behind the commentator desk.
Oh, that's cool.
So I spent quite a bit for my family. So.
All right, guys, man, it's been real. Thank you all for coming. Shout out to I am Desire and chat. Yeah, for showing up last minute. I told him last time that he could come anytime. It's just like he's up to him. But don't want to be pushy.
I didn't know if I'd wake up for this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Like I said. No, Power Boss doesn't even go to sleep, bro. This motherfucker is always out playing MTG Arena, man. Like, I 3 a.m., I'm like, shit, my baby woke up and I need to feed him and shit. I was like, let me log in real quick. Let me check on my phone, Power Boss. Playing MTG Arena. Yeah. Crazy. That's what we're talking about, bro. We're real gamers in here. We like literally, we got I on the side. He carries his whole freaking computer on a trip. Who does that?
Like right now, this whole show, I've been playing modded Minecraft while we've been on show.
I have been playing a mixture of WWE 2K25 and Minecraft at the same time. Don't judge me.
Minecraft is amazing. And I've been playing Mortal Kombat. I play a little bit of Apex Legends.
And like I said later today, I'll be on PoE 2.
Yeah, and I play a little bit of this game here called Dead Zone Rogue. There's a demo out there, and it's pretty good. Let me see if I can find a little bit of gameplay to show you guys. It's
Rogue.
PvE for now. Dead Zone. Hold on, Rogue. Let me check it out, and I'll show you guys a little bit.
While you're doing that, I'm going to check the Epic Store for the free games.
Yeah.
See if we can get something going on there. Let's see here. What do they got going?
WWE 2K25.
Okay, so this is like a Destiny type game. It reminds me a lot of Destiny, and it's like basically like a roguelike. At the end of every level, you leveled up and get stronger and stronger, and you got different missions, and you have like a story and stuff. And the gameplay is super cool, bro. Surprisingly, they got a bunch of weapons and abilities. It's just super freaking cool to play with friends. I was playing this with my brother-in-law and my homeboy last weekend, and we had a blast, bro. We couldn't stop playing it, bro. We were like up at 4 in the morning. We're like, we need to get out because it's super addicting. And go ahead and check it out. The demo is free on Steam, and they added a new update, which my brother-in-law yesterday was telling me that was super cool, that we need to check it out. So I'm probably going to be playing more of this during the weekend with the homies, and some more Mortal Kombat because I'm getting there back to shape, and probably some FIFA, the usual stuff. And for sure, I'll be playing South of Midnight with you guys here Saturday around 5 p.m. I'm going to be online here playing games with y'all, bro. We're going to be live playing South of Midnight, checking it out. And we're probably going to do another stream on Sunday too. And on Sunday, 7 p.m., I'm on Wed Dave show. Shout out to him. He'll be here next week.
All right.
To do the show with us. So, if Desire, if you want to come through and hang out with us on Wed Dave, it'll be amazing.
As long as I'm awake.
Yeah, as long as you're awake, or you can just jump in. Awesome, whatever time. Yeah, shout out to Wed Dave. Go ahead and follow him. Shout out to you, Power Boss, and I Am Desire. Go ahead and follow them. Drop your links in there in the chat. I gotta get the work, bro. I'm a little late already, but thank you everybody for coming through. Any final bars? Any final things that you wanted to say?
Just Cat Quest 2 on Epic, and coming up on the 10th will be jump into Arcadegeddon and get 5,000 coins. Idol Champions of the Forgotten Realms Dungeons and Dragons is also on April 10th, and April 10th is also River City Girls.
Ooh, but that's next week, I think.
April 10th.
April 10th. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to get that. So that one is fucking fire. And they have a second part on that one. Now that we all like caught up in beat 'em ups because of the Avenger announcement, that looks incredible. They have a second part for the River City Girl, and it's actually look freaking cool, bro. I actually want to play that game. So yeah, bro. Right. Like if you're not playing games this weekend, bro, like what's your fucking excuse, bro? There's so many games out there to play, so go ahead and have some fun. Stay off Twitter, bro. Unless you're shitting on Nintendo. Yeah, if you're gonna do a negative Nintendo post, go ahead and do that because they need to go out in the bush. And on that note, we're gonna get the fuck out of here, man.
That's the thing I'm gonna say. That's what I'm saying. Me and a whole bunch of people. Shout out to It's Alex's Discord. We got made moderators so we can help him. So if you have any problems with Alex or his community, and me specifically, I'm a part of pretty much all the Salt Miner communities, and I'm a mod for most of them.
You're not mine, sir.
Yeah, I actually can't be in yours.
With us, bro.
But what I'm saying is, I will watch out for you, and I'll watch out for the community. But you come at us, you better come straight because we ain't playing.
Yeah, don't pull a Mystic, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. Don't play with us, man.
If you have any problems, I'm the connections man here, so I will bring it up to every community that needs to know about it, and I will pass the word around.
Yep.
And we can take care of things, either positive or negative, as it comes up.
Yeah. Let's all have a friendly environment until things go south, and then you know what I'm saying. You know what's cracking. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. It's your boy Demo Flow checking out. Yo, Chico boy. Yo, Chico. This it. Hey, go crazy, man. Shout out to the whole Xbox community. Yes, sir. Shout out to the whole gaming community. Sony, PlayStation, Nintendo, Luna, whatever the hell you play, bro. We got you. Demo Flow Gaming. They say Black Ops Season Game Pass, yo. ABK be killing it. We so happy playing. The fanboys be hating it. Ponies be so cynical. They rather pay the 70. They pay for PS Plus. That makes no sense to me. Xbox got no games. That's why they keep on telling me. Conquer DOA, I be green like a celery. You playing console sales, me and you are not the same. Shout out to the gamers that just care about the games. I got the Vault Edition, I can wait for Master Chief. Slide canceling on Nuke, only movement is a shit. The quick scoping is back, the sniper clips be dope. You bought that PS Pro, cause somehow you gotta cope. For begging is your style, so keep bombing the reviews. All these Sony podcasts, they be scrambling for news. Xbox dead again, yeah, they do it for the click. Xbox be their fetish like a picture of some feet. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best. I'm putting belt to ass, spanking ponies like the strippers. The saying FSR can't copy with the pizza. The 47-inch trash, I should throw away my rig to buy a PS Pro, but I'd rather cut my dick. It ain't no way in hell that I'm gonna switch to Sony. $70 for the game, and I have to deal with ponies. PS Plus is ass, they don't even do they want. I gotta keep it real, ain't no need to be a fan. All the games copy, zero multiplayer. Sony PlayStation is designed for the player. $700 for an extra couple pixels, but can't do no 4K. For that you need the pisser. Xbox is so bad, you need a PS5. AK on the box, but it was all a lie. 60 FPS, but it's a blurry mess. The pizza is the pizza, but Sony is the best.